Hey guys, this is Ryan with Off Axis Disc Golf. Today we're going to show you how you should be breaking in new discs that you purchase. So you get a new disc at your local disc golf shop or smoke shop, wherever you get it, and you want to break it in and see how it flies. Today we're going to show you how to do that. For example, I have a new Buzz that I just got in the mail from Amazon the other day. So basically you just want to learn how the disc flies. So basically what that entails is you want to throw it on the three angles, the three main angles, which are anhyzer, hyzer, and flat. Anhyzer, right-handed backhand, nose of the disc is raising up, flat, obviously nose is flat, and then hyzer, nose facing down. So I'm going to throw 3 different shots, see how it flies, and then adjust from there. And we'll hopefully get as far of a flight as we possibly can.
So that's the Buzz on hyzer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a new Discmania Origin, one of my favorite mid-range molds of any disc that I own. I'm going to throw this one on hyzer, see how it flies. It's a pretty understable disc, so I should be able to have it flip up a little bit, but it's new, so it's going to fly more stable than it would if I had seasoned it a little bit. So let's see how it flies on hyzer. So after throwing that, obviously the disc is still pretty stable. I threw it pretty much on straight hyzer. Really didn't get much flip at all, if any. Basically just flew a little straight and then faded pretty hard left out of my hand. In order for me to get a full flight, I'm gonna have to probably throw it on flat or even a slight bit of anhyzer. So this is a new putter / approach disc that I just got. It's the Soft Challenger from Discraft. I'm just going to throw it on hyzer and see how it flies. It's a putter again, so I should be able to flip it up with a little bit of arm speed, but we'll see how it flies. It's a brand new disc, so it's going to fly a little more stable than usual. Again, no flip up, still pretty stable. I'm going to throw that on more of a flat angle to get more of a full flight out of it. So let's get it, and yeah, throw it again. So Derick has a couple new discs as well. He's going to be throwing this Discraft Heat, which is a distance driver 9-speed, pretty understable. He's going to throw it on forehand though. So basically anhyzer forehand, hyzer forehand, and flat forehand. Same kind of rules, just flipped around a little bit. The anhyzer is still with the nose raised up, flat, obviously flat, and then hyzer is the nose facing down, just flipped around with the forehand form. So he's going to throw it on hyzer first, see how it flies. It's pretty understable, but it also is a brand new disc, so it's going to fly more stable to overstable than it will after throwing it for a few weeks. So see how it goes. What? Nice. That's an excellent throw.
All right, so that one flipped up from hyzer to flat, kind of held it for a little bit, and then started to fade out. So now we've got the Avenger SS. This is actually one of Ryan's discs. It's a 10-speed driver.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it did pretty much the same thing. You just threw it on a different angle.
Right. I released it a little bit more left.
I would say about the same distance, just a different angle, so different spot on the field.
Now, this is a destroyer. It's a 12-speed distance driver. Do you want to tell them what they can expect from me with a 12-speed?
So this one is going to be a little more stable. It's going to fade more to the right pretty hard. I would be surprised if he were to flip it up, especially since it's a new disc. If it were maybe a little more seasoned or thrown a little more, he might be able to flip it up because it'll become more understable. But for now, I would say if he throws it on hyzer, it should go out and he won't be able to flip it up, I don't think, and then it'll fade out to the right pretty quickly. But he should be able to get distance due to the speed on it. So basically what I said. Good distance though, that thing's crushed.
And I went nose up on that.
Yeah, so that was absolutely crushed. Like I said, he didn't really flip it up as much as the Heat or the Avenger SS, but he got a lot of distance on it. So if he throws that on flat, or especially anhyzer, he's going to get even more distance out of that. He'll get a full flex flight out of it. So we'll gather those discs and then we will throw them again and see how they fly on flat.
Cool. I'm gonna...
All right, so I just threw the buzz on hyzer. Now I'm gonna throw it on flat, see if I can get a longer flight out of it, but maybe turn it over a little bit, we'll see.
Dang.
So that was a much better result. Threw it flat, definitely kept that flat, straight angle for a while. A little bit of turn as well, and then faded at the end. Stayed pretty straight for the most part. I'm very happy with that throw. Next, we got the Discmania Origin. I'm gonna throw it on flat as well. I'm thinking it's gonna have a similar flight as the Buzz, if not maybe more turn, and maybe even keep that turn angle a little longer. We'll see how it goes. I think I may have messed up the angle a little bit at the end there, but regardless, that disc still flew a little more stable than the Buzz, which I'm surprised about. Thought I would get more of a flat, straight angle, more flight out of it, but it came out flat and then kind of faded off to the left pretty quickly. Still got good distance though. So last disc here on flat is the Soft Challenger putter from Discraft. So I'm gonna throw this on flat and see how it goes. So it's a putter, so I'm obviously not going to get as much distance as I would with the mid-ranger, but stayed straight the entire time, didn't fade off too much at all. So definitely happy with that throw in regards to like an upshot approach disc.
Cool. All right, so this is the heat. Gonna try to throw this one flat.
Throw my disc.
Oh, interesting. All right, Avenger SS, also flat.
You can aim more to the left, like you don't be afraid to hit those people.
Yeah, I'm just going right at that stop sign. And the Destroyer, also flat.
That's gorgeous. Very good.
Yeah, threw it with a little bit of anhyzer, but still not too bad.
So here's the Buzz from Discraft again. I've thrown it on hyzer, threw it on flat. Now I'm going to throw it in hyzer. I'm thinking I can get some pretty good distance with this anhyzer angle. We'll see.
Nice.
So my best throw out of the three, which I thought that anhyzer angle really lets the disc fly further before it fades out, flattens, fades out left. So got a full flight out of it, which was good. Discmania Origin, same thing, anhyzer. See how it goes. So that thing basically turned, never stopped turning, and burnt into the ground. So I didn't get a lot of distance out of it, but I did turn it over on anhyzer, which is good. So from there, I know that I can probably throw it on flat. It's probably the best option for me at the moment to get a full flight as straight as I possibly can. Last disc, we got the Soft Challenger putter from Discraft again. I'm going to throw it on anhyzer. It's a putter, so if I throw it on anhyzer, I should be able to have it turn and keep that turn angle. But we'll see how this flies. Yep. As predicted, it turned, kept turning, but it didn't burn to the ground. It gave it more height than the Origin, so it flew further on the turn angle than the Origin did. Very happy with that throw. That'll come in handy on the course in certain situations.
All right, again, we've got the heat. Gonna throw this on anhyzer. All right, release was a little high, but it flew. Avenger SS. All right, again, Avenger SS, anhyzer. Yes, Daddy, yes. Yes. Very good. All right, the height on that one was a lot better. Flight on that one, a lot better. And the destroyer, anhyzer. Hopefully, I crush this thing. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh boy. Whoa! I gotta go get that.
Be back in an hour. So what did I learn from today's session? Well, with the buzz, it definitely flies more stable than the other buzz I have in my bag, which I've been throwing for over a year now. I have to throw this thing on flat or anhyzer to get a full flight out of it, preferably probably flat for now, because I don't want this thing to turn over too much in most situations. So if I'm going to go out on the course and use this thing, I'm going to throw it on flat for the most part. The Discmania Origin. This thing on anhyzer is very understable, so I'd only want to use that in particular situations. So again, for the most part, I'm probably going to throw this on flat, and then eventually on hyzer once I throw it for a little longer, get it to get worn in a little bit, because I have another Origin in my bag that I've been throwing for again over a year. I can throw it on hyzer, flip it up to flat, and sometimes even turn it over and keep that turn angle. For now, if I'm on the course, I will throw this on flat. And then finally, the soft Challenger putter and approach disc. Basically, this flies like any putter. It's new, so it's going to be a little more stable to overstable than your typical putter. But I would say anybody with a little bit of arm speed on anhyzer can have this thing turn over. So for now, I'd probably throw this thing, if I'm throwing like up shots that I need to get dog leg right, or throw anhyzer, I would whip this out and throw it at least like 200 feet. Flat, I can get a similar kind of flight, and then hyzer. Right now, I couldn't flip up the flat today, but I think with a little more practice with this thing, I can flip it up the flat and get a full flight out of it. So that's what I learned today.
All right, and what did I learn today? So the Avenger SS and the Heat, I feel like I learned pretty similar lessons on. The main difference being that the Avenger is a 10-speed, the Heat's a 9-speed. Throwing them both on hyzer, I could flip them both up. They behave pretty well for me. Throwing them flat was pretty predictable. Straight flight with a finish to the right. And on anhyzer, I don't remember what I did on anhyzer.
It flew like the destroyer, but not as far.
And that brings me to the destroyer. Trying to flip it up from hyzer to flat. Didn't really have the arm speed to do it. It flipped up a little bit and then just tanked right. Throwing it on flat, the flight was more desirable. And throwing it on anhyzer, I thought I turned it over, that I would throw it and it would never leave this angle. But it got pretty far out there, flattened out, and hit the path. So, yeah, I feel like I had a lot of fun with my new discs. Actually, one of them is your disc, but...
So that's going to wrap it up today for Off-Axis Disc Golf. I'm Ryan. This is Derick. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. We love you. That's good.
Oh, we did it.